Today's a little different. Today we're talking about people, the community, and why the community in photography specifically is special. This one means a lot to me. So hopefully you have similar experience. But I just want to talk about some of the friendships I've made and some of the experiences I've had just by pursuing something I truly enjoy, truly love, photography. Welcome back. My name is Jeremy. For anyone who's never been here before, I appreciate you stopping by. This video is going to be a little something different. We're not talking about gear specifically today. We're not talking about technique. We're not talking about any of those things. We are simply talking about people, and specifically the community that I have found personally through the pursuit of photography and even some video work as well. Shooting film, digital, all of those things has introduced me to so many people from all over the place, not even just here locally, that I've made friends that I never expected. I have made relationships. I have even probably irresponsibly made some trades with people I've never met that have since become friends of mine, that we follow each other on Facebook and we like each other's work, where we would blindly box up a camera system and just mail them off, passing in the night, hoping that each of us got what we expected. It is safe to say the only reason that I shoot video the way that I do, with the knowledge that I have, with the experience that I've grown and collected over the years, is from this community. It's from my very good friend Jordy, who trusted me from my photo side of the world to bring me into his business and teach me the ropes, and teach me the way he sees things and the way he likes to shoot things. And I've kind of put my spin on that, and that's kind of why I enjoy this as much as I do, right? And that would have never happened without these cameras, without these things that I enjoy using daily. I've met country music artists. My friend Wes and I have shot a music video for Corey Lane down near Chattanooga in Pittsburgh, Tennessee. That was a really, really cool experience. To see him doing so well, it just know that, not that we played a part in that necessarily, he's talented, that has nothing to do with us, but that we got to be a part of it to some degree. And once again, because of these cameras, because of the relationships that we build, because of this passion that we have. I'm not going to go through all the relationships I've had. I'm part of a local community here where I'm at. Lots of photographers, film people. Honestly, I have IMDb credits because I helped my friend Jeff Payne on some lighting and some behind the scenes for some of his short horror films. It's one of those things, the experiences and the opportunities that I've had because of this. My day job here, where I'm sitting currently, working for a local university, is because of my past and because of my passion and experience with a camera. All that to say, I've recently had an experience unlike any other. One day, while traveling to Knoxville, Tennessee for a photo shoot for Macy for her senior graduation for the University of Tennessee, I decided to go early and just do some street photography and walking around downtown. And they were having a festival, a chalk festival, kids and people painting the sidewalks with chalk everywhere we go. I actually have a blog up on my website, but ran into someone that I've been following and virtual friends with on Instagram for a very long time, Mr. Mike Hallman. Mike's a fantastic photographer, a fantastic person, and he stepped up with no responsibility, with no reasoning, with no pressure, when my wife got sick, and donated a bunch of his work and his prints that we sold off to help us in a hard time. And those things don't happen if you don't make the connections. And it's not like that I'm leaning on people for help, or I'm not reaching out to see how I can benefit myself in this community. It's just I've been so blessed to find these people in my life because of it. On that same day in Knoxville, while walking around, I got to meet a couple of Mike's friends, one person shooting a couple Leicas as well, and then I turned down the alley and ran into yet another one of Mike's friends, Greg, and I look over and Greg's got his M10 around his neck, and And I'm like, oh, that's cool, right? I've got my SL2S. And there shows up Mike. He's like, hey, let me grab a photo of you guys, the Leica guys or whatever. And I took the worst photo ever. I'm cheesing super big. Like, it was not flattering. But it's one of those moments, it's like, in time that you never think much about it at the time, right? Like, oh, I'll meet this new guy, Greg. Mike, got to meet him in person. He's taking a photo of us. Like, these memories are being made. These friendships are being cemented a little further than they would have been, prior to that Saturday. But then, last week, it'll be almost 2 weeks ago, I had the pleasure of driving to Knoxville and spend some time with Greg alone. And he was so quick and so kind to offer to loan me his Leica M10 monochrome to try to see if I even like it, which, if you've ever priced these cameras, they're not cheap. And this is someone I've met once. And it just goes to speak to the community, the trust that you have with one another, and you can make these relationships really quickly and just know, I think, hopefully, the type of person that you're dealing with. Not through the equipment, but just through the interactions and through the like-mindedness and through the community and the shared friendships. So when I was too excited to wait, I asked Greg if I could drive to Knoxville, drive back down to him, which is about 2 hours for me, an hour 45 minutes. So I hightail it down there, and when I get there, not only is he loaning me his M10, he's loaning me his Leica 35 Summicron F2, his Leica 50 Summicron F2, and the EVF, the Visiflex, that snaps on top of this camera just to try, just to see if I like it. In this new Peak Design bag, he just has it all packed up nicely. He just hands it to me. Like, there you go, bud. Like, have a good time. Like, take your time. It's insane. So this is a video unlike anything else I've really ever made. More of a thank you to Greg and to Mike and to the friendships that I've made through this journey that I will continue to make. Honestly, the more I'm recording, the more people that are coming to mind that I've met, and the friendships that I've had, the invitations that I had yesterday to hang out with these people. It's just, I'm not the best at getting out and doing things for myself, and I'm not the best at making plans, but I'm so grateful for people in my life that see that, but they still stick around and they still want to hang out and they still want to invite me to these things because it's hard for me. So Greg, if you ever see this, I'm forever grateful for your friendship first and foremost, for the type of person that you are, but also for trusting me. This person you've met once with some expensive equipment, and I know it's just stuff, but it's more than that to me. And to Mike for stepping up and helping, my family when you did. I don't know if I've ever thanked you properly. I think maybe I messaged you on Instagram, but thank you. To everybody else that sees this, whether we've met personally or not, I'd love to. That's who I am. Even though it's hard for me, I love to meet people. I love to discuss this craft. I love to be around like-minded people. It fuels me. It charges my batteries, so to speak. And I'd love to have that connection with you as well. On all the socials, Threads is really where you can find me these days. I'm really enjoying that. And everything, you can find me on all the socials, just my first and last name, Jeremy Googe. I look forward to following your work, wherever that is. The friendships I've made, even through selling stuff. Like, I could talk and talk and talk, but I won't. This has been long enough. So, nothing fancy today, no flashy B-roll, just me thanking you, the community, those people specifically, for just being you and being here. See you in the next one.